Hey students, this is Coach Music. Hey, I just want to give you some information to help you answer some of the questions on your Unit 1 study guide. This is a Thursday. We're going to talk about Chapter 1 today, just for about 5 or 10 minutes. And hopefully this will help you answer some things and maybe help you think outside the box a little bit. If you ever have a question or comment, don't hesitate to email me or on Schoology. You can send me a message on there. I will also have discussions that you can post a comment on. So any of those things would be great. So chapter 1, leading a healthy lifestyle. With this, teens really people don't have to think about some of the diseases that we have had in the past, although now with the coronavirus, it's something new that we're dealing with. But infectious diseases, this would be considered an infectious disease. Diseases caused by pathogens, with polio, TB, pneumonia, those things people can still get, but we have vaccines for. The diseases that we'll worry about within this unit and then Unit 2, talking about alcohol, drugs, and tobacco, are lifestyle diseases. These are unhealthy, caused by unhealthy behaviors or by other factors. And with that, you think about heart disease and common cancers. We know that, smoking could cause a lifestyle disease with lung cancer. Eating fast food, eating junk could cause a lifestyle disease by being a diabetic or having some type of heart issue. But when we talk about factors are classified as two different things. First of all, risk factors, that's anything that increases the likelihood of injury, disease, or other health problems. But they are split up into controllables and uncontrollables, things that you can control, your diet, what you eat, what you put in your body, considering alcohol, drugs, tobacco. Risk factors like having things that you do that are high risk activity, such as sex, such as driving under the influence, such as not even putting your seatbelt on. And, right now, a controllable risk factor is if you go outside, have that social distancing or not. And then you have the uncontrollable ones, age, race, gender, heredity. Things I want you to think about with the uncontrollable risk factor with age. The older you get, you go from accidents and injuries to health concerns. So when you're younger, a lot of injuries and deaths caused by accidents. Even though older people can get in accidents, their likelihood of dying is due to a health risk or a health factor. Race, gender, you think about those as uncontrollables, meaning, if you're a Caucasian male versus an African American male, you could have percentages of being having heart disease. Gender, males and females, even though both males and females can get breast cancer, it's higher in females than it is in males. When you talk about osteoporosis, thinning of the bones, that's a higher percentage in females than men. And then the last one, the one I really want to hit on, is heredity. This is an uncontrollable for you, but what I want you to do is sometime within the next couple of days, I want you to sit with your parents, your guardians, relatives, and talk about your health history, because that is your heredity, what you get from your mom and your dad. For me personally, on my dad's side, we have a lot of heart disease, and on my mom's side, we have a lot of cancer. So I have to think about those things whenever we, for me personally, for my health history and my health concerns now, I got to understand that, I have to stay away from certain things. So even though these four, age, race, gender, heredity, are uncontrollable, I can still consider them controllable because of your understanding, your knowledge. The older I get, I go from accidents and injuries to health concerns. I understand my race and my gender have a certain percentages that I could have, different diseases than other people. And then definitely the heredity is your big one. With age, heredity is extremely important, that you understand what you're getting from your family. Like I said, for you guys, people your age, the number one cause of death for people your age are motor vehicle accidents. And the reason why is experience or lack of experience. You guys are starting to learn to drive. Some of you might have permits now. Hopefully you're getting some hours with your parent, your guardian adult. But obviously the older you get, the more experience you get with driving a vehicle. And then being a defensive driver, understanding the surroundings around you, other drivers, and what they're trying to do. Number 2 is homicide, that is killing one another. Number 3 is suicide, and we'll get into that later on in this unit. And then 4 is other accidents. If we had the book, I show a diagram, and I won't show it today, but it just shows the pie chart of where accidents and injuries are higher for adolescents versus adults. And then there's a pie chart with adults where the accidents and injuries are very, very minute, but health concerns are the big piece of the pie. 6 health risk behaviors. These are things that are controllable risk factors. Sedentary lifestyle. Hopefully you guys are being active even though you're at a stay-at-home procedures right now and social distancing. And then if you choose to drink, use drugs, have sex, behaviors that could cause injury, driving fast, maybe playing a sport. I use the sport I coach, football. It has higher risk of injury than maybe golf, because of contact. We talked about the 6 health components. I gave you an assignment that had a link to descriptors of these. I appreciate everybody sending their information in to me regarding the 6 health components. If you have a question on it, if you have not submitted it, please just ask me about it and I can help you through it. And then with those six health components, you put them all together, and I want you to understand, when you talk about the 6 health components, it is very difficult to be at 100% on each 6 components. And the people that have given me their assignment, they gave good descriptors how one can affect another component. So with that being said, this is your wellness, your understanding of your 6 components. If you're low in one component, have a component that you're high in that can help pull you into being balanced. And that is your goal. With your 6 components, being balanced is the best thing you can be. So for me personally, I know when I am physically active, my mental health is 100% better. So when I feel like I'm not feeling myself in my mental part of things, I go and do some exercising, do some lifting, go golfing, do something that is enjoyable to me, and that helps me with my mental health. And when I feel better about myself, I like to be around people. People like to be around me. So that social component is now at a higher percentage. But just understand, you will not be at 100% in all 6 components all the time. Just use the ones that you're strong in and pull those lower ones up to help you stay with that balance. What influences your wellness? A lot of things that I've mentioned already. Your heredity, what you get from your mom and dad. Your social influences, what's your social component? That's your family, your friends, the people that you're around consistently. If you have people that are positive or allow certain things, that's going to influence your social component. Cultural influences, in southeastern Illinois, we're a farming community, definitely a hardworking community, so those will have influences on you. Think about if you were, at a bigger city, or let's just say this, if you're in a different country where you might not have running water, definitely a cultural influence. And that leads into environmental influences, places where there's pollution, poverty. Think about people that do not have electricity. That's extremely hard for them. The last influence, which I do not have up here, and I want you to spend some time within the week and next week is the media influence. Media is a major impact of our health and wellness. I want you to spend a little time and maybe share me a link to what you feel like influences you. Could be a movie, could be music, could be news. Big influence right now is the coronavirus and having to stay at home. So within the Schoology link, or email me this, email me a media influence. I usually send out some music links. I might do that. Understand that they are filtered, and most of you probably know the songs, but those are influences to people's wellness for sure. There's 6 components. So if you have any questions about chapter 1, please do not hesitate to give me a call at the school, and they'll relay it to me, or you can email me, or just shoot me a message on Schoology. Hey, have a great day.